All right, 38 people. Okay, so today is very, very important day. The reason it's important day is because we have uploaded all our tables. So total of 8 tables. We went and we cleaned up in the model part, finished that area also. And today we will start doing the relationship parts. Okay, so okay, where is it? Yeah. So where do you create relationships? How do you create relationships? There are two ways of doing it. Number one, I can go in the backend and I can go to this manage relationships and over here create the relationship saying, okay, I want to create a new relationship. And how do I want to create? Let's say I want to create with the sales data and I want to create with let's say product data. And then I have to, so when you're saying I want to create a relationship and you pick two tables, like I picked sales data and I picked product fact data, if you notice automatically it was able to understand my common key, because if there's no common key it won't be able to create it, right? So it has picked the common key by itself and it is showing the relationship type is many to one relationship and there is a single cross filter. And we click on OK. So a relationship has been created. Once I click on close, you will see between the product table and the sales table, this line is depicting the relationship, where it's showing that the product or the fact table is a one side of it and the many side of it is in the sales table, which makes sense because of product ID is going to be repeating multiple times in the sales table. Okay, so this is one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is
Shani.
Yes, Vivek.
If the header are changed in the both
The names
tables,
are different.
yes, so it will be understand automatically.
So if it doesn't understand, then you can click and create it, right? You can tell, okay, these are the two common keys,
Okay. Okay.
right? That can be done. Like over here, for example, the second example I wanted to give was, let's say, between customer and fact. Again, there has to be a relationship, customer table and the fact table.
Yes.
The sales table, sorry, customer and the sales table. Why? Because in the sales table, I get to know whose order was it, right? So if I have to answer the questions like, what is the total sales as per the customers, or which are my top 10 customers based on sales value, I will not be able to give a name of a customer or a location where the person belongs to, or what, the basic attributes of the customer till these two tables are connected, right? Customer and sales, right?
Yes.
So other way of connecting it is I can say, okay, I want the customer key from the customer table and drag it and drop it in the key of the sales table. And when I do that, then again, it created a relationship and this is a one side of it. So typically whatever is my fact table should be one side and my data table should always be the many side of it.
Okay.
Is this clear to everyone?
Show it again. How did you make
second
this?
one.
Yeah,
The second one. So for
Yeah.
the second one, first what you need to do is, let me delete this. So I first click on the customer key. So when you get this box kind of a thing, then it means you can pick it up. So I want to pick it up and then I dragged it to the sales data and dropped it on top of a customer key only. So I'm saying, so if I click over here on the relationship, you will see in both the table, customer key is highlighted, indicating that yes, these two tables are linked or have a relationship and the common key between them both is customer key.
So Ishani, if there are two common keys in any two tables, like there is one table which has customer key and second one also have a customer key. First one has a product key as well, and second one also have product key. So in this case, we also drag both of the keys to make a connection, or we can do it by only dragging one.
Typically what you're saying is, for example, I think it falls relevant in case of, let me think of this table over here. For example, I think you're talking about, mm, there is a product key. Just trying to think when that kind of situation will be there.
Return key. There is a product
But
key and
return key is there,
Return key
and
is a different thing.
okay, return key is there and the territory is there. However, the product key will be from the product table and territory key will go to territory table.
okay, okay.
But I think what he's asking for is
Mhm.
if
Same
two
table.
keys together in both the
Exactly.
tables.
Exactly.
That's what you're asking, right?
You're right.
Two keys together in the same. Yeah, I guess then we will connect. See, you have to understand if we are using two keys to make a composite key, right?
Mhm.
Then what would be the best way? I think if you would merge and create a key and then let, but how will you create in that way? Good question. You will have to connect both the keys. And why I'm saying that? Because if you connect one single key, there is an error. Because when you're saying this is a composite key, it means on in a single column there may be repetition, but if I'm taking two columns together, their combination is a unique combination,
Mhm.
right? So you will have to do a connection with both the keys on both the sides.
So if we opt that drag and choose to option, then in that
Mhm.
case we need to drag it twice for both the
Twice,
keys,
yes,
and it will create a like two-liner combination with two tables.
it should.
It
I've
should.
not
It
come
should.
across I've not come across anything where I had to use this kind of work, to be honest, but I think it should.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
That's
But doing picking only one column will be absolutely wrong.
normally it will be only one option like customer key or any key to merge and connect these tables.
Typically, yes,
I think it will be a rare scenario where we need to connect the
yeah,
two options.
correct.
And every
All right.
time if there is a relationship between two tables, once we click on the table, it will highlight those specific keys, unique keys.
Yes, it does highlight it.
Yes.
Okay.
Shani, from the, I have a question from the last days. I'm asking this before I forget it.
Uh,
This hiding the table we did yesterday,
yes,
right? So it's similar to hide a table as in Excel.
you hide sheets in Excel,
Okay.
right? And yeah, you can say it's similar to hiding it. The data is there, but it's just not visible to you.
Okay. How would we get it visible again? What's the?
Over here, that's it. Remember we did this thing that if you click over here,
Okay.
it's
So it
visible
will-
again. And if I click on this icon, if it's crossed, it means it's not visible.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. So now what I want everyone to do is think about what are the various relationships you will be creating in these tables. Create the relationships. You guys have done this kind of work previously. And what I like to do is I like to keep my data in the middle, data tables in the middle, and put all the fact tables around it, so that it's easier to connect. Otherwise, a lot of crisscross might happen. So that's what I was arranging. I put the sales table, return table over here, and everything like customer, product, territory, subcategory, category, calendar, all around it.
Right now we are doing just for the practice, but in real scenario we only connect those tables which is required to visualize that particular data, right?
No. So first, see, that would be a very tough situation, right? In between visualization, you will not come back to your models.
Exactly.
Ideally, once you know that I have got 10 models, you will have to finish your ER diagram first. You have to finish the modeling part first.
Okay. So as per the requirement, we need to connect those tables.
Yes. All the tables that you have to be connected to each other for working.
Okay, so all the tables should be connected,
Yes, all the
whether it
tables
is
should be connected, because
whether it is
any
required
table
or
which
not.
is not, see that requirement, if the requirement is not there for a table, that table should not exist only in your
Yeah, yeah. When we
Power
will remove
BI.
it from the backend, right?
Then you don't need it in the Power BI view only, right?
Yeah. Why will we
Only if
create
it's
that table if we are not required for that?
exactly, if you're not going to use it, why have the table in here?
Got it. So all the tables which are in this section that need to be connected because we want those tables.
Correct, correct. You can also try to do auto detect. What auto detect does, like it has found 8 new relationships, and then you can see, okay, how the relationships have been created, if it's correct or not. But the only challenge is it is creating these
It will create with
relationships over
another
here,
one.
which ideally should not be there. So I find it little until it's completely clean, you don't have tables like this. Then you might do auto detect also, but otherwise it's more increasing your work than finishing it off.
Okay.
So finish off all the the easiest way to think about it is that, okay, which table should be connected to what? Like we decided customer has to be related to sales. Then what is the common key between it? If I want to find any details of the product, which product was sold, I need to be connected to the product table.
Ishani, what does this calendar dates are?
So calendar dates are, this is basically a table that has been created with all the, what do you call it? All the dates, like 1st of January 2015, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Now, the purpose of the calendar table in these kind of working is that, let's say if you're talking about sales, okay, there might be few days where sales did not happen, correct?
All right.
When you are using the sales table and when you're trying to use in the sales table the order date, it is not necessary I'll be looking at all the dates in continuation, because there are dates when there no sales happened, so no date is there.
Right. So we can
Now,
find out the sales trend. I mean,
sales
kind
trend is
of.
there. Yes, and if there are dates where there was no sales, this table will not reflect it at all. Right?
Say it
So
again.
that will be, for example, if this you look at this order date, let's say ascending order. So on first, the sales is there, second sales is there, third is there, fourth is there, fifth is there. But there may be days when the sales is not there,
Mm-hmm.
right? So do you think those dates will exist in this table? It won't exist.
No.
So I will not come to know that, okay, which are the days when no sales happened.
Okay.
So for example, if you're trying to do a 10 days rolling, 10 days sales, how much was it? So that those kind of things would not be captured, that on a given day there was no sales.
Okay.
So just to get the continuity in the dates so that we are
Alright.
able to analyze it nicely, that's why the calendar table is there.
Okay.
So the
Thanks.
calendar table should be linked to your data and your returns, sales and returns.
Okay. So it can be connected to two. I mean, there can be a
Yes, yes.
relationship with more than
Absolutely.
one, two.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right. So how would we drag which key like?
So date,
Yeah.
this date is equivalent to what order date.
Okay. And then again.
And then again, this date is
Return
equivalent
date.
to return date.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Return date.
Actually, when we were learning the connection by the keys, that was seeming more difficult than visualizing them and connecting them directly.
Oh yes, definitely. That's
Because
why I
here
don't
in,
use managed rules. I don't use managed relationships a lot. I like to draw my lines.
because in here we can clearly see that which key is common between these two tables, so that should be connected.
Correct, correct. It's much easier to visualize it.
Much easier than to theoretical than practical.
Correct, correct. Absolutely.
Where can I see the relationship from product subcategory? I don't see a common key over here.
So it's not
Yes.
necessary that everything will be connected. For example, category and a subcategory is connected to the subcategory key, right?
Mhm.
And I don't have anything over here, but let's look at sales. Over here in sales, what else do I have?
I don't see a subcategory over here.
So there is a product key and a subcategory, and what do we have over here?
Category key has only in one table. There is no another.
No. But subcategory key is here, right? So connect your
AWS
subcategory key to the subcategory key. You
Hmm.
understood what I did?
Yes, yes.
Makes sense to bring it over here. See, that is the reason. Okay, now I hope it's clear. So
Yeah.
the product is linked to the subcategory by the subcategory key, and the subcategory table is linked to the category table by category table. So not necessary now the category table has to link to be the fact table. This is linked to this is linked to list, and this is linked over here. So it's fine.
Okay,
Okay.
so indirect connection can also be made.
Absolutely. Yes.
Ishani
So
and product
Yeah,
category
Shikhar.
connected with on the
Which table?
yeah, product category fact sheet is connected with product subcategory.
Product subcategory sheet is, see, there are two fact tables, right? Product fact and the subcategory fact.
Yes.
Between these two, what is a common element? The subcategory key.
Okay. Got it, Ishani.
All right.
Date connect. Date connect with.
And it will automatically pick the foreign key and I mean the direction of
Yeah. Because it takes care into the number of occurrences. Like one side means over here it's a fact table. So means product keys will happen only one time. One particular key occurred one time. But over here in this one it would have occurred many times. So that's how it detects one-to-many relationships.
Somehow mine one looks a little different.
Customer territory product. Customer territory product. What happened in your case? So don't to check, probably to check it would be easier to look at the managed relationships. Check your relationships from here. Have you covered everything? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've created 9. And let me just quickly check if I need to create more. Subcategory. I think, yeah, that's it. Just
So
double
there-
check your managed relationships with
There
mine.
could be 9, right?
9, yeah.
Just give me a minute.
So when you're looking over here, you will be able to understand which table is linked to which other table and what was the common key between them. The bracket thing is the common key.
Common key. Okay.
Hey, Shani, my sales table and returns table is showing territory key,
Mhm.
but both are data files, right?
Correct.
So can I
So-
connect?
Yes. So, so returns data is a returns table is a data table, but territories is a fact table.
Mhm. So sales territory I can connect with the returns table, right?
Yes. So territory key in territory table and the return table have to be connected, right? And the territory key in your territory table and the sales data has to be connected. But returns and sales data won't be connected,
Okay.
right? We are going to try and connect them to one-to-many, because if you try to do on sales and returns, this is going to create many-to-many relationships.
So Ishani, if we can connect the date to the return date, so why can't we connect that, that was, can you please remove this dialog box?
Which oh, this one? Okay.
Yeah. The product category key to product subcategory key. In product category fact and the product subcategory,
Mhm.
can't we connect product category key to product subcategory key?
No, how can you do that? There are two different primary keys, right?
So we are connecting those date category with the return date. Okay, the date format will
No,
be
no, no,
same.
no. That is no. That's not. See, think about it. These are both dates, right? Date in itself,
Mhm.
like if I say 1st Jan 2020,
Mhm.
it's as a value. Now,
Mhm.
subcategory keys are what? These are the product category keys.
Okay, so numeric number will be different.
Yeah, the number is different, the description is different. Product key
Okay.
1 means bike. But
Mhm.
if I go to subcategory 1 means mountain bikes.
Okay, and in the
Okay.
date section, the date will be common in
Date is
all
a
the
date.
section, whether it is return or whether it is order date.
Absolutely, because it is not going to be defined as a return date 1/1/2012. It's just 2012, 1/1/2012.
Format and all the things will be the same.
Yes, correct.
Okay, got it.
Shani, and product quantity is connected with product price.
Product what?
Product quantity is connected with product price.
Product fact table is connected to
No. Product quantity is connected
quantity
with.
cannot be connected. How will quantity get connected?
So in
That's- So when
return
you're
data, what you have connected?
so when you are trying to create relationships between the tables, we don't do based on any column. It's only based on the primary and the foreign keys.
Okay.
Okay. So for example, if you pick up anything like this relationship, product key. So product key is a primary key of this table and it's a foreign key for the sales table. Only
it.
the connection when you're creating relationship is only done with the medium of primary and foreign keys. Okay, that's why we were trying to, when we were trying to create tables and relationships, we were focusing on primary and foreign keys.
Shani, ये territory key and sales, how to connect?
Territory and sales
Yes.
by a
sales,
territory key.
territories key. Yeah.
Because what is common between sales data has which territory the thing was sold. Correct?
Okay, got it.
So that's there, the territory key is there. And in territory data, what is there? The territory key. This is a primary key over here. And this is a foreign key over here.
Mhm.
Shani, in one you have written it, you protect fact table, protect subcategory key is, I'm not able to find protect subcategory key in
Which one?
In AW product fact table.
AW product fact table. It's at the very bottom, product subcategory key, very, very bottom. Try to, if it says, just try to open it up a little bit. You can resize these things.
Okay, got it.
Got it?
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Shani, one more thing, that dialog box, the moment you click on manage rules, does it
Mhm.
show the non-visible keys as well?
Non-visible keys as in?
So if I use that option manage key and then delete the unnecessary relationship or incorrect or unnecessary relationship with the table that I have hidden. So
Uh-huh.
does that hidden tables also show over here?
So this is when you create relationships, then you have it, right? But yes, if you're asking me the question, let's say if I wanted to create a new relationships, are the invisible ones visible? Yes, they are visible.
No, so there's two ways to create relationship. One to drag and drop, and one is to click on manage
Select the
manageable,
tables here. Yes.
and it will automatically connect all the tables regardless
No,
of.
no. So in manage relationships also, you have two things. One is edit and one is one is
Auto
new
detect,
and
yes.
one is auto detect.
Auto detect.
So when you click on auto detect, then it tries to connect. And yes, then all those tables are also engaged. And that is the reason I don't like this auto detect.
And it will show that the ones that are auto detected, there are visible and non-visible ones in this list.
I don't think so. It will show you as a visible or not invisible. So for example, a very simple thing let's do. Let's say the subcategory key. I'm going to connect it to this subcategory key. Right? So it's just showing it. Where is it? This one. It's not going to show that this is invisible table or something like that.
Okay.
It's just showing it as a relationship.
Only in
Alright.
relationship or maybe where we placing the data.
The reason why I asked is rather than dragging and dropping take too much of time, so I simply go auto detect and remove the invisible ones from here.
Yeah, you can, but like when I'm doing these kind of activities, I tend to create a lot of tables, right? And over there, auto detect has created more relationship with these tables than the actual tables itself.
Yes.
So
That
it's
can
too
be a
much
problem,
work
yeah.
then for me. Then I prefer drag and drop, and that gives me a better understanding of my tables. I don't like a lot of features which are auto or too intelligent where a human intervention becomes little lesser. So not too many things I like in those categories. Over here also, again, if it has created everything, I've not really looked at my tables very well then. I've not understood what is my foreign key, what is my primary key. Then the relationships I've not understood.
Yes. I somehow I'm getting only 7 of them. Can I share my screen?
Yeah.
And I'm getting 8.
You're getting 8. We will do table by table. And so that all of you are able to get it. So how many are there? Open up your managed relationships.
So these are
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, close it.
I think this
The way to do it is going to be, I look at the sales table. In sales table, I should be connected to customer table. I should be connected to territory table. I should be connected to product table. And I should be connected to the calendar table. And I think your calendar table is missing. So pick the order date. Yes. Pick the order date of sales and drop it on the calendar date or vice versa. So click on it and drag it to order date of sales.
Order date, okay. Why is it calculating?
No. Go up. Not the quantity. It has created. Delete it. No. Delete first or edit. Right click on the upper relationship and right click on it. Yes. Right click. Edit properties. You can cancel once. Go to properties. Cancel. Right click properties.
Properties, okay.
So what it has done, you connected with order quantity. It's not order quantity. It's going to be order date. Move left in your sales table and click on order date. Yes, click OK.
And when I click it, do I see the
So you have to hover on the relationship. So hover on the relationship Not over here on the lines. Yes. So it's showing
got
date is
it.
connected to the order date. Okay.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hold on, close it. So sales was supposed to connect with the product. It was supposed to connect with customer. It is supposed to connect with territory and calendar. So 4 relationship I can see going in and out of your sales data.
Hmm.
Come to returns. Returns is connected to, should be connected to
Three of
product,
them.
should be connected to territory, and should be connected to date. So 3 of them. I see only 2 relationships. So one you are not connected to is the product.
Product key, which is
Yes.
this one.
No, not here, not anywhere. Cancel it. Product table. Where is the primary key? Returns. If I want to get more information about product, where will I get it? From the product table, right? Now it's correct.
Okay.
You got all 9?
I got 9 of them. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I
7,
also got my 9.
9.
Got all the 9? Okay, what about others?
Yes, I am also.
And correct 9. Not like what Faisal was doing, connecting anything to anything. Yes, Imran.
Yes, got 9, Ishani.
Got 9, but I hope the right 9. That is also an issue now. When I saw Faisal, you working, I'm worried about my 9.
So doesn't it show, won't it show an error?
It will show relationships for you. Why would it show errors?
Because I drag and drop and it showed some prompts.
So you are saying connect the product key to product key, it will connect it. You might not get any output out of it, but you can create a connection. Who's stopping you to create a relationship? You understand? Think about when you're creating joins in your SQL. You might say, okay, create a join between these 2 columns. Now, when you run the query, your output might be null. Nothing you will get because the join did not return you anything, but that doesn't stop you to join it. Same thoughts.
Yes, so it will connect, but it won't give the output.
Yes. So when we are trying to go into visualization and drop things, we will not see anything. Okay. So everyone, yes, go ahead, Faisal.
The main reason that I dropped into a data table is I was trying to connect all the fact table with the data table, because ultimately I want to see certain output from data table which is connected to the fact table.
Yeah. So typically your habit should be to connect fact table and a data table. We don't connect 2 data tables. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you were bringing from returns, you dropped in sales. Both are my
Yes,
data tables.
Data table, yes. That
So
was
2
wrong.
data tables are never connected. Data with fact is connected.
Yeah, I got that right.
All right.
So in
Okay,
case of
like-
return and date, return
case
and
of-
calendar date, we are connecting return and calendar date.
And calendar is a fact table in this case, because over there the date is occurring only one time. So my date column itself is a primary key.
All right.
Right?
Ishani, Dheeraj this
Yeah,
side.
Dheeraj.
So,
Yes.
Ishani, today, my system is not working personal. So is it anything on cloud I can do hands-on on the same, we did in SQL?
Unfortunately, no, nothing. Unfortunately, these relationships in the transformation are not even in Power BI Online. In Power BI Online, you can just look at the dashboarding part, but all this backend is not there.
So my system is crashed, personal system is crashed, and
That's
I
okay. Probably
raised-
just don't worry, just follow it through and take a snapshot of this. So when your system is up and running, make sure you've created this ER diagram for the next class.
Okay, sure, definitely. So I'm it needs to I have to take it to someone, because it's showing crashed.
Oh, it has
and-
to be, no, online is not there.
Mm,
For visualization, yes, you can have online. For these relationship, you can't get it online.
Okay. So I'm trying it to get it installed on my other laptop, because it requires some approvals from GUL,
Okay.
And I like already sent for emails for approval out, but let's see. Not sure. The IT teams is like lazy in Genpact, so it would take time, I believe.
All right. Okay.
So sorry for that. I'm not able to do hands-on right now, but yes, we'll do that.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Thank you for informing me.
Thank you.
So Shweta, all your relationships are one-to-many, and that's how it is supposed to be. Remember, one-to-one, we rather merge the two tables. Many-to-many, we don't like them. So it's good that everything shows as one-to-many. All right, what's the status with others? Shweta done, Sanjeet done, Vivek done, Shikhar, what's the status?
Ishani done.
Done, Deepika done, Abhishek, Ankita, Arshad.
So Ishani, unable to do the practice right now because I don't have the laptop with me. I am out
Okay.
of state. So I will do this after reaching the home, definitely.
All right, because in tomorrow's class, if you have not done this thing, we will not be able to get anything fruitful. So make sure.
Yeah,
by
I did.
tonight-
Yeah,
Yeah,
till
do me
yesterday.
a favor. Yeah, do me a favor. Anybody who's not working on the system right now, please take a picture of this.
I also taken.
Taken the picture, right? Because this will help you to understand how we have connected to all the tables.
Yeah, I've already taken.
All right, great.
Ishani, I am in the middle of this. I am just got
Almost.
extracted. Could you please help me in this?
Sure, absolutely. Share your screen, please.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, where is my, okay. So you have connected the subcategory to product category and the product to the subcategory by this, right? Returns. Okay, in returns, there is only one more relationship. Returns have to be connected to product table. So
Returns.
add that. Return with product. So you can go to manage table only, but you can work in your manage table only over there. So click on not auto detect. Did you do auto detect?
No.
No, click on new. And the first table pick returns. And the next table pick product.
Product.
Yeah. And what is the common key between them? Product key. So make sure you select both of the, yes, product key over here and the product key over there. Right. Check relationship is one-to-many or not.
One-to-many or many-to-one?
Either way. Many-to-one, one-to-many, either way.
Many-to-one
Many-to-one is coming. It is showing many-to-one because returns is on the top. So return is a many side. It's a data table. Correct?
Okay. Okay.
So click OK. So returns is done. Now let's focus on sales.
And one more doubt. The upper column is of many part.
Okay, you will not be able to create a relationship in over here. Somebody can tell me why a relationship will not be created?
Maybe the type of different from what did you?
Yes, data type is not correct. Data type is not correct, Shikhar. One is number, one is text. Data types have to be same. You see the alignment. That's how I picked it up.
Yeah, the left and the right alignment.
One is right aligned, one is left aligned. Means the data type in both is not the same for you.
Okay, so I have to go in this.
Go, yeah, be here. Go to your returns table. You are in returns. So go to your, no, but it is text data type over here. How come it's showing the different alignment? And go to your product table. Go to your product table once. Click on the product table. On the, you have the queries, right?
Ishani, it's not take.
Click on this one. Click on AdventureWorks product.
No, it's not taking. I am clicking, but it's not
because
taking
your
the command.
relationship window is open. Close the relationship window. We can't have two active things going on. Right? Now go back.
Yeah, now it's working.
And your product key is also still text. Why did it show differently over there? Okay, just close and apply. Close and apply so that it reflects everywhere. Just refresh it. Yes, refresh and close and apply in the home on the top right. We close and apply. Yes. Okay, now let's see.
Okay, now it's working.
Now let's manage relationships and click on returns. And now see it's left aligned now.
Yeah,
You see that?
Yes.
And this has to be connected to products. Now connect both and click OK. Yes.
Ishani,
And Ishani, could you please
1 second. The sales, this is fine. Now the sales has to be connected. You have connected sales with territory. Sales have to be connected with customer. AW sales with customer. And the common key between them is customer key. It is auto detecting also, I think now. Okay, go down. Next is sales with product. Common key is your product key. Yep. And sales with calendar date. The first table, calendar. And the common thing is order date is equivalent to your date. Correct. How many done? I think all 9 done now. Click OK. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, done.
Thank you, Ishani. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Ishani, there is no need of creating a one-to-one relationship because I can find.
No. We typically say we merge the tables, like how we create joins and how we use merge in Power BI. And we will merge, and in this time we will not pick few columns, we'll pick all the columns of the table. Remember merging we did in merging, when you do, it shows you the entire table and then it asks, okay, which column of this table you want. So if it's one-to-one relationship, I'll pick the entire table.
Okay.
All right, all good?
Yes, Ishani.
Yeah, Karan, Kshitij, I think you're done. Prasad, Lalit, Vikar, Radha Krishnan.
I'm done now.
Done. Pradeep, Naveen, Saikat.
Yes, done.
Done. Shubham, Sitaram. Sitaram, you have become very quiet in Power BI. I think you interact. Yeah, done. You had interacted little bit in Excel, but now you become super quiet.
Ishani, I have missed 2 classes and I'm, watching the previous videos.
All right. Okay, so use this weekend to make sure you catch up because next part is again going to be.
I will cover by this weekend only.
Yeah. This weekend, try to cover it up.
Sure.
All right. Tanu, status?
Yes, Ishani, already mentioned, done.
Mentioned, done.
Yeah.
All right, great. So move on, guys. Now your good days have come. Visualization is going to start. Before we get into visualization, very quick thing to understand about these relationships that we have created. And I've already messaged. All right. So these 2 ways we have already done. We have practically seen how to do 2 ways. How to delete the relationships. Again, I've taught you how to edit a relationship. You go to properties, like I was trying, we edited relationship for, I think, Faisal. So that also you've seen how to edit. Now, active and inactive relationship. What does it mean? If I am in my Power BI and all of these are right now active relationships. So if I've created a relationship, but I don't think so I'll be using it for whatever reason, or it may be that I have 2 relationships running in between the 2 tables, right? Which may cause some issues. And at one time, Power BI will only allow you to make 1 active. So how do you activate or inactivate a relationship? You can go to properties, and if you click over here, uncheck this one. So when I uncheck, it makes it inactive. And when I click OK over here, not able to see my screen completely. If I click on OK over here, now it will be a dotted line. And with the dotted line, it is kind of indicating that this relationship is now inactive. So I can create relationship, but if I'm not using a particular relationship, I can make it inactive. Is it clear?
So, Ishani, how can we judge this should be inactive and this should be active and this should be no inactive?
So typically, honestly, if I tell you, Vivek, I have not been in tables where, you know, multiple relationships might be getting created between two tables itself. Like I think the question that you or either Faisal was asking, right? So if I have two relationship and it cannot function with those two relationship properly, then we make one inactive. Like Power BI will ask you to make one inactive. Okay. And have one active one. So that brings us back to the question, who asked you or Faisal? About two composite key, about two primary keys?
Not me.
I did.
Abhishek did. So Abhishek, the question, now that I remember this thing, I don't think so you can have two active relationship between two tables. It does not allow. So just to give you an example, let's say we pick for the purpose of creating a relationship, not that it will do anything for us, just creating this relationship, right? As soon as I do that, it is going to give me, first of all, many-to-many relationships. Yes. And let me try to make it active. So you see this error that is showing up? It typically does not allow you to have two active relationship between two tables. So only one relationship I can show. So I take my words back where I said, yes, create the two over here and it won't work.
And it is a very rare scenario as well that two keys, two from the data, two from the fact.
Yeah, so probably a better way of doing that would be, if I have those two, then I'll rather concatenate and create a, what do you call, a concatenated column and then connect it. So that there's only one column which is connected in both.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it. Thank you.
All right. So this is the active inactive. Only one relationship can be active, another relationship will be inactive and showed by the dotted line. Now, important things, no relationship is created between two data tables. This is what we discussed. We typically created between the fact table and the data tables. And when you create between two data tables, it will give many-to-many relationships. So that's wrong. They are created through the lookup and the fact tables. And there are two types of schemas that you might hear or you might see when you're trying to do these ER diagrams. So the two schemas that we typically talk about, one is called star schema and one is called snowflake schema. So you really don't have to get into too much into the understanding of these two things, but just to give you a very quick understanding, what a star schema looks like is this, that there is one table and the other tables are around it. So for example, the sales fact table is related to time also. It's related to your product also, to the customer also, and to the sales rep also. So this kind of output that we get is called a star schema. And where you see that there is branching happening. So for example, sales is connected to product, but product is further connected to package and brand. Brand is further connected to category. So it's not just one table is connected with all the tables, but those further tables are even connected further. And there is a branching going on in connections. So that kind of relationships or the ER diagrams are called snowflake schema. You know what a snowflake looks like, right?
Yes.
Snowflake.
Yes.
And
yes.
yeah, it
From
looks like
Trojan,
this.
everyone should know.
Everybody should know. Why?
Frozen
No
movie.
snow.
Frozen,
Frozen
Frozen.
movie. You need to have kids to understand all that.
Frozen movie, animated.
Yes.
Yeah, but you need to have kids for that, right? If you
Not
don't have
necessary.
kids, you
That's
don't know
why I know
Frozen
that.
also.
I'm not necessary.
Not necessary, okay. Or you're a fan. Yeah. So if you look over here, this is a snowflake. This is a typical format of a snowflake. So you will see there is a center and then there are spokes all around and they're further branching going on. That's why it's called a snowflake schema. And if you look at a star, it's just the pointing and beyond that points, nothing is going on. So that's why it's called a star schema. So what did we end up making?
Snowflake.
You will say you are very
Snowflake.
bad drawing. You're not an artist. We didn't create anything. What did we create?
Snowflake.
We created snowflake.
For sales, we can say like a star.
This is an entire 1 ER diagram. So it's not going to be different for different tables. This is 1 ER diagram. What did we do?
Star. Here is star. It's a snowflake.
It's a snowflake.
Yes.
And can anybody tell me why we are calling it a snowflake?
Because
One table is connected to another and
have
that another is
relationship
connected
between
further to
customer fact to product fact.
Yeah. Typical example is product, then product subcategory, and then
Yes, because of this area, it has become a snowflake.
Otherwise,
If these two were not there, it was star.
Yes.
Okay, because then there's no branching out. These two are my data tables. And with all these data tables, only the other tables were connected. But if you look over here, product got connected to subcategory connected to category, and hence this is a snowflake schema that we have created over here.
So Shani, my question is, we can create a star?
No, so it doesn't, Power BI users don't have that privilege of deciding it. As a Power BI user, we can identify what we created, but this comes more when you're doing a data pipeline, when you're deciding how the data will flow in which table and which table will be then basically the data flow, which becomes a part of data engineering, where we talk about data pipelines. So that's where the engineers are deciding what we are going to look at over here. Okay. But yeah, it's a very common thing to understand what are the various schemas. Typically, if it's a snowflake schema, the efficiency is fast. We say that it's much faster because not all the tables are connected to one single table. So when it comes to refreshing the data, when it comes to working on the data, then it is said that snowflake schema is a better scheme to follow in any case.
Ishani, is there a way to find out how many possible one-to-many relationship are to be established in the tables, so that we don't miss out on anything? So for example, I have created 7, few of them.
So there are 9. Faisal, we have been talking about 9 throughout.
Yeah, we are talking about the 9, but if I do some error in any creating the relationship, how would I find what all one-to-many relationship? What is the count of it? If I'm missing out on anything or not?
See, you will not able to, there is no hard and fast rule to know how many count can be there. There is nothing that will help me to find out how many counts are there. But when you create visualization, you will see, you will not get the output because there is no relationship. And if there's no relationship, you can't pull information from one table to another table.
Okay, so the end product is the thing that where we will be able to know that we are missing out on anything.
Say that again.
So the end product, that is a visualization.
Yes. Pretty much in the visualization, you come to understand a lot of things of what went wrong. A lot of time when I'm doing visualization and I'm getting errors, it is because the relationship in the backend is not correct.
Yeah.
And then again, I have to go back, check my relationship, data type is not correct. So that's why relationship didn't work. Then go back to the transformation, fix it, and come back. That's why I'm spending a lot of time with you guys just to make sure these steps are absolutely correct so that we don't do back and forth all the time. All right, so that's it. Next time when we meet, we are first of all going to talk about these triangles, what they mean. This is a symbol for filter flow. And why it is important to know that the filter is flowing from one to many. What's the relevance or significance of it once we do the visualization? So tomorrow we will start working with the charts. We will create few visualizations, few nice graphs over here. All right.
Okay, Sean.
Shani, thank you.
Yes. Okay.
Thank
Take
you.
care,
Thank you.
guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank
You
you
have a
so
good
much.
day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Shani?
Thanks,
Yes.
Shani. Bye.
Yeah.
Shani, I remember in BBA, you told I will be giving some practice question, not practice question. They were long, you described it, but you did not saved on that. Like there were 3 files and you said you want to do
Oh,
that or not. But
what did we do? Can you remind me?
yes, I mean like
What
you
I think we did it in the class, isn't it? That
no, nothing like that. There were one practice. You said it's up to you. You want to practice on that. There were 2 questions. One, to you have given that this one entire row and entire column should be read. That is fine. You have submitted on that. There were one more that you said if I select this. So I recall that was 3.
I think you have given
Yeah,
it.
Sanjit in fact asked on that also.
I think you have just check on LMS. I think she has put it.
There is one, but one is missing.
Okay.
Which one you have to tell me? I have got too much data in my computer.
Okay, we can come back on that.
Yeah, I can search and
Just try to remember and say, because when this is not one Power BI batch. I'm taking so many Power BI batch that sometimes I even forget what I taught to which one. So that's
Sunny,
why.
tomorrow I will let you know.
Let me know, and I will definitely, and we'll do it before we end the class. I'll upload it before I forget again. Okay.
Sure.
Just view the video, and based on the
Yes.
video, you will come to know what I said.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Take care then. Bye.
Thank you, Shani. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thanks. Bye.
Ishani, I have a quick question to ask.
You are there, Gunjan. I thought you ran
Yes.
away.
No, I'm here.
Yeah, tell me.
I just wanna know, is this the word same? When we say fact and data versus fact and dimension?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
Great.
the way, like, fact tables are also called the lookup tables. Data tables are also called the dimension tables.
Sorry.
No. Fact tables, and hold on, because I don't use that terminology too often. Your fact tables are also called lookup tables and also called as dimension tables. I think they're all the same. That's what you're asking me, right? What is a dimension table?
Right. As
Right.
per your ER diagram, the fact table, the heading is given dimension table.
Which ER diagram?
The recently we built up the relation upon.
This one. Yeah.
Yes. If you see the very first customer fact, that's it basically a dimension, isn't it? Since we are extracting any column, suppose the matching column is primary column to our star fact column sales. So I believe the customer has to be the dimension in terminology.
I think you can use all of them. I don't think so there is any one terminology, because you also call them as a lookup tables. Hold on 1 second. That's what I was thinking you asked me. Fact table. Okay. Fact table holds the data to be analyzed, and the dimension shows data that the way in which data in a fact table can be analyzed. What on earth is this? Main difference between facts.
What I recall, fact table grows vertically while dimension grows horizontally.
I don't know that.
Yes, that's why I was a bit confused between the heading.
So dimension, fact, and dimension. So you're saying what I'm calling data table is called a fact table,
Ideally, yes.
and what I'm calling a fact table is a data table. No, dimension table.
That we used to call dimension. That is the first time I'm hearing about.
I don't think so. For example, if I say fact versus, I think all the terminologies are there. I don't think so. That would be correct. Fact table contains concatenated key, while the dimension table contains the primary. But concatenated key means what over here? Means if there are two keys. Like for example, if you look at this table over here, this may be a dimension table according to the definition.
Right, since the fact table is extracting some of the attribute from that table, so that has to be a dimension since it is providing the absolute figure or characteristic of other entity.
Yeah. But what are these tables called? These are not dimension tables, is it?
Which one?
The sales and returns.
Sales, I see sales underscore data is there. Where is the return one? Right. Since we are extracting any of the attribute from other table, the other table becomes dimension as per the definition, while the table which is fetching the primary key to other, since it will be called foreign key, right? Isn't it?
So
that
in
we
data,
understand.
yeah.
The sales will be the table which is on the center, whether it is a star or a snowflake or a galaxy. But whatever is on the center, it has to be a unique or a combination of all the primary key from other tables. The other table is called dimension as per the definition I know, and the center
I
one, a
think,
unique one.
yeah, I
called
think
fact.
you're going more in a star schema, and that's where this particular thing is used, right? Like over here, there's not one table that is sitting in the middle, right? And it's yes or no?
The main motive is to fetch the data into the sales, right?
The main motive is to get the data into sales, right? So top driven, yes.
Is sales recording any entry of its own? That's the main question.
Sales will be recording entry of its own. Sales is having a data of its own, right? But it is also using attributes from other tables.
Right,
Sales
so
table
that-
in itself is a table which is having its entries, right?
Okay. I need to review the data. I believe the sales table data.
Yeah. So for example, let's say what this is having is if I go and purchase something, so it is just having, okay, this was the invoice, so this was the order. These are the quantity. This is a product ID that was bought on this date. It is something like that. Now, who bought it? A customer ID came. Where was it bought? A territory key came. And what was bought? So product ID key came. Right? But the order ID is unique to this table. Unique in the sense it's only in this table. It's not in any other table. The order date, the order line number, the quantity that belongs to the sales table. So it is having data of its own.
Right. Correct.
Okay.
Yep. Thanks, Shishani.
All right. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.